history, everybody.
13. I'm kind of rolling
Let
all
me
right.
smell your dice.
21.
I feel like we made that joke already. I gotta
Yeah,
finish
let me
it.
smell your dice, yeah.
That definitely came up in our intro stuff. Hey, Siri, set the Colin lights to 40%.
Set the Colin lights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have lights in my room.
Okay.
And they have my name on them.
Colin's got like a fucking bat signal that on his ceiling.
Maybe not, why not bedroom lights?
Because there are multiple...
Siri, turn on Odo light.
I got a 16.
I got a 13.
Oh. Okay, Ryan. Unless
It was
Pat
me?
rolls bad.
What?
Yeah, I got a 15.
Oh, shit. What you roll?
I also got a 13.
Oh,
Roll off, bitch.
I guess. Roll again. I got a 14.
I got a 20.
It was bound to happen once.
Wait,
Yeah.
so have each of us done a recap today?
I haven't done
Nope.
one today.
Nope, not Pat.
Aw.
So we got to do
Pat.
one more after this, at least.
So we continued our journey to the tower. We came to the palace. We made our way up to the palace, and then we had a little discussion. There was some back and forth between Kalt and Bait about Bait's pipe dream of saving his mentors and his tribe or druidic elders. We kind of talked back and forth about that. We actually made it inside the palace, and then Bait let slip that he had an actual face-to-face conversation about us to a god. And while Kalt missed that, Maeve, as the ever-inquisitive child, noticed it. And that started a discussion. We started arguing, and then we were attacked. And Bait got 4 new holes put in his ass by this mysterious stranger.
Every time I shit, it looks like spaghetti.
Ew.
Would that make shitting easier or harder now that I think of it?
I would think a little bit harder, but also
Yeah.
that brings a whole new meaning to the term poop noodle.
Pat, I'm begging you.
You see before you the warlock who's been pursuing you.
On the ramparts?
On the ramparts, yeah. Although,
So like
he's
how far away?
Like, he's actually pretty darn close to you guys. Like,
Yeah, I was
he's
gonna
on
say,
the... he's like on the other side of that bedroom you were in earlier. So, and Maeve, Tides of Chaos time, my friend.
Oh, Chowder, you didn't. Oh, God. Okay. I got a 14. So let's see what happens. Oh, God. I cast Confusion centered on myself.
Oh my!
So let me pull up the
Yeah, so
confusion
what's the
spell.
I think it might be a
you.
cone. No, it might
Total party
Okay.
kill.
or it's just
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose, aka on me, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw when I cast this spell or be affected by it. So, let's all make wisdom saving throws,
Everybody
guys.
rolling a wisdom save
everybody
today.
doing it today. Well, luckily I have +7 to wisdom saving.
I have +6, so I got a 21.
Okay, you pass.
I got a 19.
You also pass.
I got a 14.
I have an 11. I'm actually going to use the Tides of Chaos and give myself advantage. Ooh, here we go. That's a 16, so I also pass. So Locke, Confusion. You cannot take reactions, and you have to roll a d10 at the start of each of your turns to determine your behavior.
Okay.
And then, so when we get to that point, I will, roll your d10 and I will tell you what to do.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God, Chowder, you monster.
Yeah. Okay, so this is above the table. We don't need to dive too deep into it. This is obviously affecting Maeve in a particular way. Do the rest of us feel any effects from this person's proximity?
The rest of you do not feel effects from this person's proximity.
Okay.
Maeve, you do notice that when you are close to this person, the wild magic goes apeshit.
Goes crazy.
Yeah. So I notice, I get the weird bends feeling again. I'm just like, ah! And then you see this, the flash of light around. And as I look around, everybody looks okay, except for Locke, and he looks dazed out of his mind.
Should we roll initiative?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Where does my die go? Okay, take 2. That's, again, I got a 4 + 1 for initiative.
19 + 1, dirty 20.
I have a 10.
I got a 16.
So top of the order is Kalt.
How far away, strict distance, are we talking about here?
40 feet.
Alrighty. Kalt is a little bit nonplussed because he's just like a 56K modem just pieced together that Bait had something to do with Locke being imprisoned, and he's not very happy and wants to have this conversation, and it was rudely interrupted. He is going to spend 5 charges of his staff. It's not fireball, it's negative energy flood.
Yep.
He needs to make a constitution saving throw, and I guess it would be my DC, which would be 17.
Okay. 15 does not pass.
All right, he's going to take 5d12 damage.
Oh my god.
So 29 points of damage. As a bunch of ribbons of negative energy, like these tendrils of black magic kind of shooting from the staff and piercing into his skin, start to fill him full of necrotic energy.
As you see the ribbons, you hear, "We were having a conversation."
No, literally, it's like, we were in the middle of a conversation.
Oh, wow, it was pretty close.
All right, he gets hit and he like recoils. And
If it had killed him, it would make him into a zombie, but I don't think it's going to kill him.
yeah, no, he's not dead. But like these ribbons of energy wrapping around him. You need to leave. Next up in the order is Locke.
Let's roll a d10, baby. That's a 3.
Ooh, okay. So with a 3, you don't move or take actions this turn.
Oofda.
You're just in like
Sick.
a daze.
Does he get to make the save again at the end
He
of his
does
turn?
get to make the save. So go ahead and make a wisdom save.
That is a 19.
Hey,
You pass.
Suck my dick, confusion.
Slorp, slorp.
Is that what it sounds like to you?
No.
Pretty sure that was Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anyway,
This is getting cut.
cut.
Okay, so since we're skipping Locke's
Oh, no,
turn,
slurp,
next
slurp.
up is him. I am Guardian of Galagath, and I will make sure none disturb him. And he is then going to cast Pulse Wave.
Is he casting a spell?
Yeah, he's casting a spell.
oh boy.
I would
Yep.
like to counterspell,
Yeah.
if at all possible. I don't know what level Pulse Wave is, but I'll just cast it as a
Third.
third level, so I might have to roll.
Yeah, it's a 3rd level evocation. So
Oh, shit.
So then it's just negated.
Unless he wants to counterspell my counterspell.
no, I'm not going to counterspell your counterspell. I know how that game plays.
Yeah.
But you do have counterspell.
I neither confirm nor deny.
All right.
Got him!
We're all playing Dungeons and Dragons, and this guy is playing.
4D Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons.
Next,
I'm going to cast telekinesis on this guy here in an effort to restrain him. So you need to make a strength check versus my charisma check.
okay, let's go.
I have a 19.
Nat 1.
Oh, God. Suck a dick.
So you are restrained in place, and I am going to move you. I can move you 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond the range of the spell, which is 60 feet. So I'm actually going to pull you real close to right in front of Locke. Yep. And then I'm just going to say, okay, I'll be honest, I'm really tired of you annoying us. We're not mage lords, so tell us who you are.
And how can I trust you? I've seen mage lords over the last few weeks. They've been sending in mage lords left and right.
Bait is gonna like pull himself up after being shot back. Maybe the fact that you just poked another fucking hole in me like cheese and you're still alive when clearly this guy could beef you in half.
I sit him down and we discuss for the next hour the intricacies of libertarianism and why big government is bad.
Anyways,
We're prisoners of the mage lords.
prisoners. Explain.
Maeve looks at Locke.
They put us in a prison cell and then put us on the island. You can listen to a couple hours of us talking about this, but that's it. That's what happened.
What? On
We
some
have a
sort of-
website where you can listen to us.
What, on some sort of cast? Some sort upon a pod?
Podcast.
A podcast, if you will.
Oh, they know about Tide Pods in here? Wild.
We are no friends of the Mage Lords. They captured us and are holding one of our friends captive. They sent us here, where other Mage Lords have failed, to retrieve some item in exchange for our friend.
And you may have come in here at a bit of a strange, unsettled time, but we need all the help we can get if we are going to save our friends and kick the Mage Lords the fuck out of here, because I think you and I both know they don't belong. Bait obviously clocks that they share lineage and or culture.
Who exactly are you, old man?
I'm him, sorry.
My name was Arlen. Oh, I was one of the druids, and I believed in what the Mage Lords were saying. This war between Asmogoth and Asgard, it's not what they tell us. In the moments before the Great Charm Offensive, I learned that lesson. I tried to stop them, but no luck.
Wait, you were here when this all happened?
I was one of the Mage Lords. I had free reign of this castle, and then I stumbled upon their laboratories. They're doing experiments here. Asmogoth and Asgard, there's more to them than just chaos and order. I don't know the full story behind it, unfortunately. I'm not that different from all the monsters you've probably come across at this point.
You're certainly a sight better to look at, I'll give you at least that. But how did you survive?
Galagath managed to save me from the mindless fate that befell everyone else on this island.
Who is Galagath? But wait, is Galagath a name that any of us would know, or maybe Bait would know? Also, is Arlen a name that Bait would know?
Okay, roll history on Arlen. I'm gonna say no on Galagath, though.
Okay, cool. History, I got 6 total on history for Arlen. So I'm guessing I just don't know this fella.
Yeah, you don't really know this fella. Maybe you've passed by him on the hallway a few times, but...
You wrote shit on my locker! No, Bait is gonna say, what is Galagath? Am I saying that right?
Yes. He's a god. His name translates to body. Let me ask you a question. Who's Lema? I recognize that. It means mind.
So this gets into some world stuff. So Bait has spent all his time in the Badlands in between the tears, essentially. So that means Locke and Maeve are the only people that spent time on the mainlands. I know that we've toyed with the idea that, like, the Empire got very political about what gods they, like, supported and which ones they didn't. So I'm just curious, Locke and Maeve, would you guys have known about Lema before coming to the Badlands?
Mostly not, no.
Okay. Locke, do you think?
I might have picked up on it a little bit from working on the docks, but, like,
yeah,
I wouldn't really know much about Lema.
Okay, so Bait is a little surprised at this because Bait, to Bait, it's like, oh yeah, that's just one of the things in the Badlands that everyone knows. It's like, you don't, oh no, you wouldn't know, would you? You have no idea what's been going on out there, just like we had no idea about all this in here.
All I know is that whatever they were building in that Salt Spire tower, it went off. There was a flash of light. I saw 3 orbs in the sky. 2 of them scattered to who knows where. The 3rd is in that Salt Spire tower you're looking for. I've tried, but I can't get in.
Maeve would like to recall something that the flesh monster things, the human, centipede type stuff, something they said when we first encountered it, when they cried about moving towards the light.
Yeah, no, you were hearing stuff about them murmuring, "What's that light? What are those things? What's happening?" That kind of stuff. The moments before the blast, if you will.
So you're saying that this entity Galagath protected you from whatever transmogrified everyone else here?
Yes, exactly. Gave me his power, but I'm still just like those things, bound to this island.
What are we gonna find if we go to that tower?
Galagath.
What?
Bait looks around the room and says, we could still save the people here in this building. If Galagath can protect him, maybe he can protect them. Maybe he can protect us. Maybe this can all go the way Lema promised. Maybe we can break out of this.
Over and over. What do you think I've been doing on this island?
Shooting people?
I have a quick clarifying question. Have you tried casting any spells into these crystals?
Listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm just like these monsters you've been coming across and the people of the past. The crystals can't take me back and forth, just like they can't bring people from the past to the present.
Interesting. So you do know what they do.
I've seen you guys go back and forth, but beyond that, this is new to me.
All right. Okay, Arlen, our mission, as it was given to us, is to get to that tower and to bring something back. If we don't do that, people will die. There are people in this tower that we can save from back before this all started. And if we don't do anything, those people will suffer the same fate that we're seeing them suffer right now. But whatever intent has trapped you here and has tied these crystals between these points in time, whoever has designed this has left us the tools to get out of here. And if we don't use them, everyone's dead.
If you give them Galagath, you don't understand. If you give them exactly what they want, Galagath, they will have, the Emperor will have power beyond anybody's comprehension.
The Emperor?
Well, they don't actually need to have Galagath. They have no idea what's in there as far as we know. We could trick them. And now that we have a potential ally that they are unaware of, perhaps we can... maybe we could change this. Maybe we can trick them somehow. Maybe we could kill them all and take their ship for us and see if we could get you off this island once and for all.
I like that idea, but as tough as Arlen is, he did just lose a fight to the four of us. Maybe not lose, sorry, but we certainly got the upper hand.
No, who's to say that we can't utilize Galagar for our own purposes? Perhaps they would be willing to help us wipe away the stain that is the Mage Lords.
Or maybe just take down the tear.
Bait looks over at Arlen with a raised eyebrow, like, does any of this track?
Could you work with us, or are you... or would you like to be put in the dirt?
You're free to try. I just come back.
You can come back, you'll go away for a little while, and we'll continue on our duties, but would you like to team up? This is a sincere offer.
Like, think about it. Just cards on the table. If we can rescue the people from this prison, we could have, with Galagath's help, a pretty kick-ass way off this forsaken island. Maybe get you to see some real sunlight for the first time in however long. Do you have, like, a day planner or something? Because I've had a dickens of a time trying to figure out how long it's been.
I don't fucking know how long it's been.
See, guys? It's not just me. It's been a long-ass time.
I don't know. Oh, this island's been repeating the same 3 days for, like, fuck knows how long.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Mommy?
Yeah, no. Like, look, this island is bound in time. Whatever that explosion was, it caused it to just basically become a pocket of corrupted time. This island kind of repeats the same 3 days, minus the giant explosion.
We're doing it again? We're doing it again! Maeve, I know you weren't there, but...
I get to be a part of this one.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it's to clarify, the past is looping. The present still does the present.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, this is a little less scary.
I don't know the details, but like I've tried to commit suicide a few times, and 3 days later I will just be back here. Everything's on repeat here, on a 3-day interval.
Okay, so you can see why maybe my suspicion of Lema was not that far off if this is happening. Yikes. Okay. Honestly makes me a little less nervous about running up against our time limit here, though I guess we have no promise that the four of us will be alive when that happens. That's actually kind of scary, so we'll probably die. We're probably gonna beef it. Okay, it's still bad. All right!
We're gonna try to free everybody, and then escape and bring them back to this side, and then escape in our time.
Well, if Arlen is right and we can't teleport people back and forth, but he is preserved through the powers of Galagath. We would need to talk to Galagath in the present to see if we can make that happen?
So we'd have to go to the tower. Either way.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, do we dive in here and get started now? Or do we just get to the tower in hopes of heading this off before we hit our curfew?
Well, let's ask Arlen. Arlen, do you know of anything in here, in this palace, that could be useful in our journey?
Well, to get to the tower, well, I'm sure you noticed that anything that touches the waves stays still in time, right?
Yeah, I've been looking for a really cool name for it, but I can't figure it out.
Yeah, mayhaps the frozen waves.
Oh,
Who
fuck,
knows?
that's sick.
I have had a lot of time to come up with these things.
That'd solve a lot of our branding problems, is just have you just sit on stuff for eternity.
Oh yeah, no, like those amalgamations of like our friends and family and fellow tribe members.
Super sad.
I've come to call them time-locked crowds.
Oh, that's so cool. That's Colin. That wasn't Bait. I know that sounded like Bait. Colin thought that was cool. Bait's like, well, good name, morbid, but at least we know what we're dealing with. Anyway, yeah, Kalt's question. What's the way through here?
So, the closer you get to the tower, the stranger time reacts, right? Outside the frozen waves, time moves normally forward. In the frozen waves, it stops. Here, it does this. It's stuck in the same 3 days. And when you go there, time reverses itself. So, there's not really a way to get to the tower, or unless there's something in this castle that might do the trick.
Wait, you're saying that as we get closer to the tower, time will begin to reverse itself?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking metal. So how does that work? As you get closer, you get farther away.
As you get closer, you get younger till you're a baby.
What?
Well, some of us... Well, Bait, you should be fine. You've got, 1,000 years? You good to go?
Yeah, I got a lot of city miles on this face.
I mean, I feel like you'd go through the same thing I did,
So, can I ask, why is it that when I do some of my magic around you, it acts all weird?
Oh, is that what's been going on? I thought you just got a thing for feathers.
Well, it happened with the feathers, and it's why Mr. Locke just kind of looked real funny there for a second.
I've been wondering that myself. Whenever we're in the same vicinity, these powers react strangely. I can only imagine that the source is perhaps similar.
Kalt's eyes get real wide as he starts piecing things together.
But what you do, it's something beyond just a simple warlock's pact. So I don't know what it is.
Have you had any contact with this Galagar at all? Sorry, Galagath. There's a lot of new names.
Ever since the Great Charm Offensive, not particularly, no.
What about before the Great Charm Offensive?
It's hard to truly recall the moment, but in that moment, when the light struck at the tower, I reached out to something, and I can only assume that something was...
Did you get a particularly angelic feeling, or maybe demonic feeling when you reached out to?
He shrugs.
Good, great, awesome.
It was a god.
Okay, so Bait is gonna start looking around the halls. It's like, all right, so I'm just gonna let's just tie that up all real nice with a bow.
No, wait, not so fast, Bait. I believe before we were so rudely interrupted, some new information had hit the floor. Would you care
really
to
kind of
elab-
hoping we could push on past this one.
We can walk and talk for sure. Now, what exactly... I'm going to look at Locke, too. What exactly did you mean in your conversation prior? Did you sell out Locke? We can start walking, I guess, wherever we're going.
We're just going to start meandering down.
Bait is not talking.
Noticing the silence from Bait, he's like, I am disheartened that you would keep silent on such a thing as this, especially now as we are about to help you release your friends in the past.
There's a lot of noise in the background.
Above board, I am waiting for Pat to be able to speak to see what Locke does.
How dare you again refuse to answer me?
So, I found out while I was imprisoned on the Black Tide Island that they received some information. Kira, can you fucking stop, please? Go.
She's just a puppet doll.
She's so tippy-tappy, dude.
This is a flashback to the Black Tide hideout where the pet rat, Kira, kept bothering him in his cell.
I found out that a little bird told Kiso that I was in the Badlands, and he decided to come get me.
Little bird, do you have nothing to say for yourself, Bait?
What do you want me to say? He told you what you need to know.
You offer no explanation.
You want an explanation? It's the Tide Pod. We got it. I've been trying for years to try to get my hands on this thing. Barely anybody even knew about it. Locke was the way in. You love him. I knew you'd save him. We made it out.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Was that Arlen or Chowder? I can't tell.
You know, that was me, but fuck it. That was Arlen. That's cool, man.
So I'm assuming.
I don't know what this Tide Pod is. Sounds poisonous, but
You know, it's a delicacy in some countries.
I'm assuming that Kalt is still just like staring at Bait, and Bait is just like, "What? You got your answer. That's your explanation."
Dead silence.
I know it's not a popular decision, but we're here, and guess what? We got to make it out of this situation too. Unfortunately, I don't have an ace up my sleeve this time.
Dead silence from Kalt, and he is just going to start walking forward.
Bait like tries to keep it cool, but his eyes are going to dart to Maeve. Like, he's been really trying to be cool with Maeve for the last while here, and he knows this is not gonna hit well.
Yeah, she's not making eye contact with you, bud. She's just gonna keep doing the walking and not talking. Close behind Kalt.
So I guess they walk ahead. Locke, are you walking with them, or are you hanging back?
I assume
I'll go
I've
with
released Arlen from my telekinetic hold by this point.
so we should probably make our way down to the laboratories. That's where we would get our best answers.
Bait gestures his hand like after you and steps back.
Do you know where they are? Or is it just you know they are here?
I know they're here.
All right, well,
It's time for a little spelunking.
yes. I'm trying to see if I have any helpful spells for this sort of thing.
I have nothing helpful.
I don't even have a light spell.
The only one with the light spell would be
Yeah,
Bait, yeah.
Bait.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway.
at this point, Bait is keeping a frosty distance from everyone. Bait, like, neither Bait nor Colin has been looking forward to this particular moment.
Are there any like sconces or torches or anything like that around?
If there were, they're long gone, man.
Okay, just asking.
Woodrot said, yep. Yeah. You said you walked off, so you're now in a hallway. Across from you is a door. And to either side of you, you've got like a small flight of stairs. Again, doesn't take you to another floor. And to the other, a room.
Is there... describe to me what the hallway looks like. Just like made of stone, really worn down, kind of almost broken looking.
Yeah, you could even say dilapidated, but yeah.
God dang it.
Stone room, along the sides, like handles where like torches would have been, but like, you know, the wood that would have made up the torch has long since rotted. It's a fairly unremarkable hallway, really.
And you said that there was like an open room and a door? That's the two options?
There was a door across from you. On your left, there'd be like a set of stairs that brought you to a different section. And on your right, there is an open room, yeah.
So the stairs go down, I assume?
Stairs go slightly up. It should be noted, they're not like take you to the next floor kind of stairs, but just like incline.
Just a slightly higher level. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never really gotten to explore a spooky castle before, but this seems like fun. Maeve is going to turn and go up the small staircase.
I'll follow. Keep an eye on him.
All right. You have dark vision, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Just wanted to keep that noted. All right. Before you see the stairs lead to a different hallway. Kind of like a 2 parallel hallways divided by a wall thing. And you can see that, like, slice marks are all along the walls. It's like something just threw a tantrum in there, you know?
All right, so assuming we all follow, I say, Arlen, you said that this part of the island is looping in time, whereas others are experiencing different anomalies, correct?
Yeah.
So suffice it to say, all of the scratches that we're seeing happened within the last day or so.
Or they were already there. I want to pull out a crystal and be like, do we want to see what was in this room?
I'm going to suggest that only one person goes back this time. Save up on energy since they're probably going to clamp down on us as soon as we pop up.
Does anybody else want to come along?
I'll come.
Sweet.
I can't tell if that's a sincere sweet.
Oh, no, it was. All right. I'm going to spend a 2nd level slot and cast Levitate on a crystal and hold it between me and Kalt.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to spend spell slots whenever you want, Kalt.
Do you want me to? I can. I have spell slots.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You guys also have your own individual crystals. You can poof
Yeah,
yourselves back independently.
We can just cantrip it.
Yeah.
Well, I already.
I'm gonna just be like, that we could just cast a cantrip, and I have a crystal.
Maeve is like, oh my god, this whole time.
I already used a slot, so fuck it.
As soon as they disappear, Bait is gonna look past Arlen to Locke and say, I know it's all fucked up, but at least for the purposes of everybody getting home, are we good?
Depends on if there are any other truth bombs that come out later.
At this point, I couldn't even keep track if there were. I'm doing my best. And he walks down the hall.
Kalt and Maeve, you're in the hallway in the past. A regal red rug is across the ground. You've got, like, bits of, like, polish and finery adorning the walls. And you can hear that there are people walking on the other side of the wall. And you can hear them going, okay, so that takes care of the riots. What do we have to worry about? Well, we've got the guard dogs in the 2nd floor. They haven't quite acclimated. Well, I guess those labs have some work cut out for them. And, you hear them going down the stairs. Not the ones that you came from, but like a different set of stairs. Lots of stairs here. What do you do?
Is there anything in this room besides regal red carpet?
Yeah, if we just poke our heads in.
There's like things to hide. I mean, even things like necessarily even hide behind.
Tables. There's like an opening that would get you to the other side of the wall.
It sounded like they left, right?
Yeah, they left.
Should we check out the other room?
I'll say this via message.
Yeah, might as well. See if there's any scratches in the wall. They said something about a lab on the 2nd floor?
Yes, something about the dogs as well. Interesting.
I don't like those dogs.
Neither do I. If I'm being honest, though, I think they're more closely related to felines. But what is to say?
Okay.
Fun fact about hyenas.
They're more, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So looking around, you see like a set of spiral staircases that go down. You see some paintings on the wall. To your right, you're seeing like a very large room. Lots of tables organized in rows or what have you.
So the one with all the tables, does it seem like, can we hear movement in there? Does it sound like there's people around?
Yeah, you can hear like people around.
Okay. I'm gonna do one quick thing before we fully go anywhere else. Is I'm gonna use my staff and I'm gonna like carve a K or just like a gash in the stone of this room. I want to see if we can affect things in the past, and I want a clear answer.
Okay.
So he does this in the future. Do me or the other two see this K appear on the wall?
Let's get back to the other guys then, to Locke, Bait, and Arlen. All right. What do you guys decide to do?
Bait is going to again keep distance from Locke, and look around for more identifying papers, like to find out like where the cells are, where Osmeros was being kept, anything like that.
All right. So I'm gonna say you go to the hallway that Kalt and Maeve were in, but in the present. And you see a K on the wall. You don't know what that means. Probably nothing. You keep going, and you go to the room with the tables. At the center of the room, what we have is a large creature, 3-headed, and basically 3 Stoneholm beasts merged together into a horrible Cerberus monster fucker.
Oh. So in the meeting room, I walk in and I see the fucking thing, and I'm just gonna back out like, Locke, Arlen, hey, excuse me, what the fuck? And I gesture at the thing. What is?
Yeah, this castle's full of real terrifying shit. Word to the wise, they're far more feral than anything you've seen in the city. Like, they will lash out or attack on sight.
Quick perception check. My passive perception is 16. Just looking around the room, is there anything that I would want to dig into here? Like, do I see like piles of papers? Do I see drawers? Do I see desks? Do I see folders or something?
Piles of papers, drawers, some schematics of the castle, blueprints, what have you. This is like a place where they like kept all the really important information.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on myself, and I am going to sneakily enter the room and like gesture at Arlen, like I'm just pointing at the thing, like just keep an eye on that fucking thing. But I'm gonna go around the room. I would like to make an investigation check on the materials to see if I can locate anything interesting.
Question: what is Locke doing? Like, you've been kind of silent for a while there.
I've been letting them fucking talk this shit out. I didn't want to go with the other people because I didn't want to leave Bait to die, but that doesn't mean I'm like interested in helping him at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. What were you saying, Colin?
Cast Pass Without Trace. I'd like to roll investigation to see if I can find anything in this room that I need.
Roll stealth and investigate. Wait, what does Pass Without Trace do?
Pass Without Trace. A veil of shadows and silence radiates around you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. So I have extra stealth.
Okay.
So I will roll both. Stealth first, then investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 13 + 1 + 10, so that's a 24 stealth.
Okay, you pass.
And that is a 17 investigation, 14 + 3.
All right. So you're rifling through the papers, and you're finding that anything regarding like experimentation and what have you were kept strictly in the laboratory. This way, if one was breached, the other wouldn't necessarily be so. But what you do find is like early blueprints of the castle before it was being built and stuff, and you're finding that the Emperor is coming to visit in a couple of days.
Okay, that sounds important. So I have the keen mind perk, so I can recall all of this information perfectly for at least the next 30 days. So I am just going to leave the room, and I'm going to make my way to Locke, and I'm going to say, Locke, hey, Locke, hey, bud, okay, gotta talk to you about something. So Arlen's right, there's a laboratory down there. Laboratory's how I'm going to pronounce the word. That's where a bunch of this shit is hiding out, but hold on.
My laboratory.
The fucking Emperor? I assume they mean what we know as the Crown Magelord, is set to visit this island.
When?
When was it? It was like within the next couple days or something?
Yeah.
Within the next couple of days or something. It's like, listen, it's clearly not a coincidence. The Magelords move into our druidic town, they take over everything, they shut up people who have magical abilities, and then the Emperor comes, and as soon as he does, the whole world falls apart?
But why? It just doesn't make any sense as to like why they would need. What's so special about this island?
I mean, You got me. As far as I know, it was just a happy-go-lucky magical place just like everyone else, just birds farting in the wind. It was a paradise. Its own problems, its own people, sure, but like it was just a place. If there's a secret here, I'm going to turn to Arlen. You seem to know more about it than we do. Why would the Emperor be making their way here?
Listen, they were working on, like, something to kill Asmagath.
I guess that makes sense, because they were trying to make everyone think Asmagath was a god of chaos. They were trying to kill a god?
Beats me how they were gonna figure that one out, but...
Like, Bait looks at Locke incredulously, like, have you... I have not been to the mainland. Have you heard anything about this in your history books?
Not that I'm aware of.
Bait is just, like, wide-eyed, mind-blown.
What do we do now? Like, should we try to go back and interfere?
Look around. Oh, the veritable army that is here, the fortress, the weapons manufacturing, everything. They were preparing to kill a god.
All right, so if we're going to interfere, we're probably going to need to figure out if Galagath, whatever that is in the tower, can help us. But we can't get there because time is all screwy, and we're going to turn into babies. I bet a baby dragon's a lot cuter than a baby elf, but, you know, who's judging? And I have a feeling if we're going to find anything in here, it's going to be in the laboratory. I'm not going to lie, beyond that, that's even a stretch, and beyond that, I don't know, Locke.
We're going to have to come up with something. It's not like we can just wait here for eternity to age and then approach the tower and hopefully...
You're saying you're saying like build up our years in age so that we can wade through it. Oh, right. I see. Yeah, no, that's a very cult idea. You don't have to tell him I said that, but that's fine.
There's got to be some way to like gain some magical resistance or something to approach the tower. Or I wonder if we could get there in the old times. Maybe it doesn't work the same way that way.
If we get there in the old times, we better get there before the Emperor. And according to my notes, like, how specific are you comfortable getting with that info?
He's gonna be there on the last day, is what I'm gonna say.
If you're right, we've got 2 days to go back in time and figure out how to get past all the guards and try to beat the Emperor to the punch. So which do you think is better? Why am I asking like either of us are gonna have the answer to that question? We should probably get to the laboratory. I'm overwhelmed.
Let's cut back to Kalt and Maeve. What are you guys up to?
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to peer around a little more, or do you want to go back?
Yeah, go. Let's. We might as well look around, see what's going on. Let's go down these stairs. They look important.
Yeah, we'll start walking down the stairs then, trying to be sneaky.
You're so much smarter. Why don't you go first?
Insight check. Can I roll an insight check?
Go for it.
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Oh, fuck you. 18 plus.
Okay, I wasn't lying. You're so much smarter. Why don't you go first?
All right, you are now on the 3rd floor. As you're walking down the stairs, you see that there are guards patrolling the area.
It seems like a lot of activity here, a lot of guards. I don't know if you are feeling feisty enough to want to try and take any of them out. You could also... I could make us invisible.
It might work. So we got down to the stairs. Can you describe again? I'm sorry. What we see?
Well, you're currently on the stairs, peering out. Guards haven't noticed you, and also that the pathway does fork, like one way to a dining room, the other way to who knows.
Colin, I don't know about you. I don't really want to go too far without everyone else here.
Solid point. Let's retreat and then return. Perhaps they found something on their side.
Okay. Should we just go back, like, right here and now? Or do you want to, like, go back to wherever we started?
Let's go back to where we started. Who knows what there could be. There might not even be stairs here in the future.
You know, I really meant it when I said you're really smart.
Well, thank you, Maeve. You're so sweet.
Colt says thank you, but Ryan's eyes narrow suspiciously.
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Accurate.
I can hear it through the
mic.
Okay, so yeah, I guess the two of us will make our way back to the starting point.
Right.
So
you mean the
past
hallway marked with the K, or?
Yeah, with the K. Because I'd also want to see if that did do something. So that's
Okay.
And
At
then-
this point, we are also right near the K because I backed out to the hallway after seeing the monster. So we're like in that hallway with the K.
Okay, you're in the hallway with the K. So what do you guys decide to do now?
So then
maybe.
I will shocking grasp one of my crystals and be, I guess, in theory, be transported back to the present.
Yeah, I'll druidcraft on mine.
All right, you're both back in the present. There is a K on the wall.
And like Bait is like drawing his fingers along the K, going like, "What the heck? Oh my god!"
It worked. I guess you can keep your fingies for now, Bait.
What a reassuring sentiment, now more than ever.
So there's like a dining room down there in the past. Did you guys find anything or no?
Well, yeah, we saw. You know how we saw all those people smushed together in these time-lock monsters? Well, that happened to the dogs. Although, I guess you could argue they're maybe more closely related to cats, but it did happen to one of them. So that's terrifying. It's asleep in that room over there. Don't go over there. I point to the room. Otherwise, I did discover that in the past, it seems the event that caused all this was precipitated by the Crown Magelord, or the Emperor at the time, arriving here on the island. So we've been kind of trying to figure out plan of attack, intercept that motherfucker.
We did find out that the laboratory is on the 2nd floor, and that is, I guess, where they were making some of these doggies.
Or cats now? I guess I'm really confused about that now.
Well, we can have a biology lesson later. Or I could just turn into a bunch of different animals. We'll see which one's the most similar. We'll see. Okay, then Beta's gonna take a deep breath and say, last time I committed to a course of action. I did not include everybody, so turns to Locke. What should we do?
We have to keep exploring. There's got to be something here that we could use to get to the tower. You know, like
Feel like the laboratory is our best bet then.
probably.
Down we go.
I should note that though in the past, another possibility is to go into the past and bypass it that way, but that would
Well,
be difficult.
we were thinking about that, but we have to get past all the fucking dudes.
Just standing out possibilities.
Unless we get close in the future, go back to the past, have Kalt make us all invisible.
Okay, Maeve doesn't like all the talking, so she's gonna go to the hallway where we originally came from, where there was the door at the end, and just throw open the door.
Okay.
Maeve no like talk. Maeve do action.
Yeah. Okay.
This was the hallway where you said where there was like the small stairs going up, the door at the end of the hallway, and then the room to the right. So, and I am opening the door.
You throw open the door. You see like a storage room. It's got a window. It's got like bags. They're dilapidated.
My favorite brand.
You don't even seem excited about how dilapidated they are, though.
So we see these the bags from the dilapidated brand. Is there anything in the bags? If Maeve starts to poke through them?
You reach into the bag and feel something slimy, moldy. The rotten smell tells you this used to be a sack of potatoes.
Ew.
The sludge formerly known as potatoes.
That what a band name.
Wait, they're dilap potatoes.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording.
No. Okay, so yeah, you find the dilap potatoes.
Okay, nothing here. Next room, let's go. And I'm gonna, whoever is closest to me, I'm just gonna grab him by the hand and pull him along behind me.
I assume that's Kalt.
It might be me. Yeah, it's fine. I'll.
Okay.
Maybe we should have be a little bit more careful as
As you slam open another thing.
Maeve, you take Kalt by the hand and hurry into the adjacent room. You notice the walls are just as messed up here as the halls, the storage room, all that.
Yes, another room with scratches. Oh my god, more scratches.
It's like, okay, well, I understand we can find some stuff on here. Should we just make our way down to the laboratory? Should we be going to the past to let people out? Like, plan of attack here.
Maeve looks at Bait and she says, "There is no plan."
She does have a point.
How reassuring. And Bait turns around and just walks down the stairs.
Is your plan to split the party?
I mean, we're trying to be quick. So yeah, Maeve does not want to stop and talk about it. Bait takes the hint and goes and starts to look around for the lab.
I would like to investigate the scratches to try to figure out what might have caused them.
Go ahead.
Okay. That is a 3 + 1.
The scratches are deep in the wall and have a familiar odor coming off them.
So is it the dogs then? If it smells? I don't know.
I mean, if Maeve is asking that, who would answer?
Okay, so the only way forward is up through that little small staircase and then down that spiral staircase. It seems like so far.
So Bait is trying to head downstairs. Would either Locke or Arlen be following Bait at this point, or no?
I'd be going with Maeve.
If you're heading downstairs towards the laboratory, Arlen would go with you.
Okay, so Arlen and Bait are heading down the stairs, and Bait is gonna hushedly ask as they go down the spiral. So, have you made your way to this laboratory before?
No.
So you have no idea what we're gonna find there.
He shakes his head.
And you have no idea whether it could actually help us get to the Salt Spire.
I've heard stories about what the Magelords were up to. The experimentations. The results speak for themselves.
Okay, well, this is fantastic. So, assuming that they just reached the bottom of the stairs, Bait is just going to look for the next stair. The laboratory's like at the second floor, and we're on the third now that we've gone down from the fourth to the third through these stairs. Bait is going to ask Arlen, it's like, now, I'm not going to pretend to understand your whole deal, but, I mean, a couple of strangers show up. We say we're not with the Magelords, and that's enough for you to then tell us all about Galagath. What are you angling for?
Helping the Magelords destroyed this place. Everyone in it, everyone I cared about. There's no angle, just an enemy.
Well, I guess my question is, if we disappear, as is our wont, in return, can we trust that you will not hunt us again upon our return?
He looks at you for a beat, then looks forward and keeps walking.
That'll have to do, pig. And Bait continues to look for the stairs down.
How does he react to being called a pig?
He much preferred Babe 2, Pig in the City, to the original Babe.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, so I guess with Arlen, Bait is just going to keep looking for the stairs down to the second floor. We could go there, or you could cut back to the others. Whatever works.
Yeah, okay. Maeve and Kalt and Locke, what are you all up to on the fourth floor?
If we're done exploring the room that smells and has the scratches, then I assume that I would want to go down the back to the stairs.
Yeah.
Back down the spiral staircase, and I guess follow behind Bait and Arlen.
Let's go the other way.
Let's do it. Let it roll.
The three of you go down the spiral staircase. On the third floor, you're able to see Bait and Arlen's footprints in the dirt. After a minute or so of walking, you catch up to them on the second floor.
What's up?
Looking for the laboratory, you see a door unlike any on the floors above. This isn't regular wood. Two massive wooden doors with what looks to be people moving around on them. Hands grasp out towards you.
Oh my god.
Well, that's terrifying.
It just never ends.
Like made of wood or actual people?
Flesh fused to wood. Imagine like the sinews of like muscle intertwined with the sinews of wood.
Why did I ask?
we are Groot.
It's an interesting choice for interior decoration, but I have to say it's quite novel. What do you guys think?
Well, then you can open it.
I will use Mage Hand to attempt to open the door.
These things weigh more than 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Beans.
That makes sense.
Wait, does Mage still have telekinesis up? How long does that last?
10 minutes, and I already stopped.
I can cast, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind to try to blow the door open. It doesn't specify the power of it, but I can focus it on the door.
Bait. You step back from the door and begin to cast your spell. The wind hits, and the doors fly open. The wood rattles. The doors slam against the wall, letting out a loud thud. You hear the time-locked zombies fused to the door let out a scream. And then, from upstairs, you hear a roar. The three-headed stone-gnome beast has awakened.
Solid,
no.
great, awesome, cool.
That cap.
18 plus 1. 19. What'd you roll?
I didn't roll because I was telling the truth.
Oh, I heard a dice.
Might have been something else.
Or
I
is
don't
that
know.
something else?
I mean,
I just like to roll dice sometimes to gaslight you guys.
oh, I also do that, but
I was gonna say, are you because I was assuming you're rolling a deception check.
Oh, wait,
No,
that
I
might have
was
been
more-
me accidentally dropping a dice.
Oh, okay.
So-
Maybe that's what it
okay.
is.
Accidentally, wink.
Wink.
I was being truthful. You can
Sarcasm.
interpret it as you will.
The sarcasm in the voice didn't sell it.
What
Yeah,
does
I
it say?
will.
What does it say about Kalt's trust issues that he can't take a compliment from a dear friend?
That's less Kalt and more Ryan. The just dripping sarcasm is what was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for Kalt to see
Well,
his
you're
friends
also
for who
assuming
they are.
sarcasm.
All right, yeah, I'll lead the way down and I will try to be as quiet as possible.
Take 2. 13 minute, 58 seconds. All I know is that whatever went off in that building, there was a flash of light that I saw 3 orbs in the sky. 2 of them were scattered to I don't know where. The third is in that tower you're looking for. I've tried, but I can't get in.